The film begins inside a drug cartel's clandestine laboratory, where a highly trained DEA SWAT team, led by Agent James Baker, prepares to execute a raid. A sniper takes out the first guard silently and signals the team to move forward. Once inside the lab, a fierce firefight breaks out between the agents and cartel operatives. As the SWAT team gains the upper hand, the criminals retreat down to the lower levels. James and his squad pursue them methodically, eliminating the remaining threats one by one. After neutralizing almost all the cartel members, James confronts the last thug, ordering him to drop his weapon. But as James momentarily turns his attention elsewhere, the thug lunges at him with a knife, though James quickly subdues him. Despite the mission's overall success, James is devastated to discover that during the chaos, he accidentally killed 3 innocent hostages. Tormented by haunting visions and suffering from PTSD due to this tragic error, James is placed on medical leave and returns home to reunite with his wife and 2 teenage daughters after a prolonged absence. Simultaneously, the story introduces Johnny, a tough ex-convict and veteran of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. While serving time in prison, Johnny earns early release due to good behavior. On his last day behind bars, several inmates attempt to settle old grudges, but Johnny easily overpowers them. Outside prison, friends pick him up and inquire about the money Johnny supposedly hid before his arrest. A flashback reveals Johnny secretly stashed $3 million in a house, which coincidentally is now occupied by James and his family. One of James's daughters accidentally discovers the hidden cash and begins spending it, even using some to surprise her parents with a trip to the mountains. One evening, while withdrawing more money from the stash, one sister catches the other, sparking an argument about whether they should be using the money at all. One insists the money now belongs to them, while the other feels it's morally wrong to spend it. Elsewhere, Johnny reconnects with his brother and stresses the urgency of retrieving the money discreetly. That same night, Johnny's crew scouts James's house and confirms 4 people are inside. Meanwhile, James, plagued by sleepwalking and paranoia, senses something is off and fires a warning shot at the window, suspecting an intruder. This causes the attackers to flee temporarily. Shaken, James tells his wife he may need to leave to protect them, but she convinces him to stay. Later, James's old friend Sebastian visits to offer support, and James asks him to watch over the family if his condition worsens. A doctor reassures James that his PTSD symptoms are normal after such trauma. In the meantime, as James and his wife leave for their mountain trip, 2 of Johnny's men stall their car under the pretense of checking the engine. Back at the house, James's daughters host a movie party with friends, unaware of the looming threat. The intruders prepare for their heist. During the drive, James confides in his wife about the tragic incident in the raid where he accidentally killed a woman and 2 girls. She comforts him, reminding him it was a heartbreaking mistake beyond his control. Meanwhile, at home, Natalie, one of the daughters, finds a hidden box containing more cash, a valuable ring, and a photograph. She searches online to identify the previous homeowner and discovers Johnny's arrest record and that the woman in the photo is likely his ex-wife. To protect the money, she hides the box in her computer case and contacts Sebastian, who advises her to stay calm and keep the money hidden. Meanwhile, Dominic, one of the criminals, takes pills to steady his nerves, unsettling the others due to his unpredictable behavior. Natalie finds her sister at the party and warns her about what she discovered, while also trying to reach their father. As the criminals put on masks and approach the house, they notice teens outside. One thug captures a boy, while Dominic shoots a girl who attempts to escape. Sensing danger, Sebastian tries to send the teens home, but another teen outside is caught and shot down. The intruders break into the house, and Dominic starts killing the guests. Natalie hides beneath her bed and calls her mother's phone, but James answers. Unfortunately, the poor signal causes him to misunderstand the situation, and although he promises to call back, the connection is lost. Dominic eventually finds Natalie. When James regains cell service, he listens to the distress call and immediately shows his wife the message. They rush back home. Inside, Sebastian has been tied up. The thieves begin collecting the money, but notice the ring and $100,000 are missing. They interrogate Natalie's sister, who denies any knowledge. Eventually, the The missing cash is discovered hidden behind a wall. Sebastian frees himself and fights Johnny's brother, killing him, but is knocked unconscious by another thug. The gang informs Johnny about his brother's death. Later, Johnny meets an old associate named Ray after winning a street fight. He tells Ray about his brother's demise and recruits him for a new mission. Johnny and his crew return to James's house, and in a fit of rage over his brother's death, Johnny kills Sebastian and calls James, warning him. James promises retaliation. Johnny then confronts Natalie, who hands over the ring box. James and his wife arrive at the house. He tells her to stay in the car. James stealthily takes down the thugs outside one by one. Inside, he kills more intruders and rescues one of his daughters. Another thug attempts to stab James, but he notices the attacker's shadow and reacts first. Johnny's men alert him that James has arrived. Ray challenges James to a fight. Despite losing his knife, James gains the upper hand and knocks Ray out. Dominic enters wielding a gun, but James surprises him and turns the weapon against him. Upstairs, a thug holds Natalie hostage, but James takes a shot and rescues her. After securing her safety, James confronts Johnny directly. He throws the dead body of Trey to distract Johnny, leading to a brutal hand-to-hand fight. James ultimately overpowers Johnny. Just as a corrupt cop arrives, James persuades him to kill Johnny and split the money. The cop agrees and kills Johnny, but James's wife arrives in time to shoot the corrupt officer. Finally, the police arrive, and James and his family are safe.